You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What happens when one of the biggest stars in American tennis decides enough is enough? When she tears down the part of her game that betrayed her and rebuilds it from scratch? According to Coco Gauff, the answer is simple. You get the best version of her career and the birth of Coco 2.0. Today, we reveal the inside story of Coco Gauff's complete serving overhaul. What broke, who fixed it, and why this reset might be the turning point that defines the rest of her career. It was the summer of 2025, a period Coco Gauff has described as one of the most frustrating stretches of her career. Across 7 matches, she produced 73 double faults. Her rhythm disappeared. Her confidence dipped. And her US Open run ended abruptly in a tough 4th-round defeat to fellow American Emma Navarro. For a player who had already claimed a Grand Slam, reached world number 1, and carried the hopes of American tennis on her shoulders, it was a wake-up call. Something had to change. And Coco knew exactly where to start: her serve. Back to basics with a team that knows her best. Following the US Open setback, Gauff went back to 2 people who helped shape her rise in the first place. Serve guru Gilbert, the tennis scientist known for rebuilding players. Biomechanics expert Matt Menace, the man behind the technical precision. Together, they didn't tweak the serve. They rebuilt it. Gauff agreed to strip everything down. Toss simplified. Kinetic chain tightened. Core engagement refined. Racket drop smoothed. Trophy pose corrected. Timing reset. Load and jump resequenced. Follow-through lengthened for stability. This wasn't a tune-up. This was surgery. For a top 5 player to risk such a dramatic change during the season shows just how determined Coco was. Gauff says, "I'm not thinking anymore, I'm just competing." After weeks of intense technical repetition, thousands of shadow swings, and slow-motion biomechanical reviews, the results were immediate. Speaking to reporters, Gauff said, "It's night and day. I'm not thinking mechanics anymore, I'm just competing." That sentence says everything. For months, Gauff had been trapped in the one place elite athletes fear the most: her own head. Now she was finally playing free again. The Asian swing, where Coco 2.0 officially arrived. Coco Gauff's new serve made its first public appearance in Beijing. It didn't just look better. It was dominant. 12 aces. 84% first serve points won. 0 hesitation. Complete control. All against a seeded top 20 opponent. Analysts noticed the immediate improvement. Her toss was no longer drifting. Her legs were working in sync. Her racket drop was deeper. Her acceleration was cleaner. Her landing was more balanced. This was the most fluid Gauff serve had looked in years. The Wuhan test. 0 double faults in a 3-set war. If Beijing proved her power, Wuhan proved her discipline. Gauff played a brutal 3-set battle, the type of match where her serve used to break down under pressure. This time, 0 double faults. Not one. Not even in the tiebreak. Not even while serving for the match. For a player who had previously stacked up double faults like unforced errors, this was more than progress, it was transformation. WTA commentators called it a full serve rebirth. Early round dominance returns, a critical piece of her career. One of Gauff's biggest career challenges has always been her early rounds in tournaments with tough draws. She often faced seeded players earlier than most top players would. But now, with her serve fixed, she flipped that narrative. During her Asian swing, she crushed a seeded opponent in Ningbo in straight sets. She repeated the pattern in Tokyo. She closed matches faster. She controlled rallies from the first shot. She conserved energy better for later rounds. The serve became her weapon again, not her weakness. The confidence return. Gauff takes back her season. At 21 years old, Gauff acknowledged that the serve overhaul wasn't just technical, it was emotional. She told reporters, "This is the serve I needed to become the complete player I know I can be." That statement wasn't about mechanics. It was about identity. Coco Gauff knew she wasn't playing to her potential in the summer. She knew she wasn't the fullest version of herself. Now, sitting at world number 4, she's heading into the off-season with something she hasn't felt in months: momentum, belief, control. And that's a dangerous combination for the rest of the women's tour. The people behind the transformation. Coco didn't do this alone. Her team deserves credit, and she gives it openly. Brad Gilbert. Known for rebuilding Andy Roddick's game, refining Andre Agassi's career revival, and guiding Gauff to her Grand Slam glory. His specialty? Simplifying chaos. Matt Menace. The biomechanics mind who helped unstick the technical problems piece by piece. His role? Correct sequencing and long-term sustainability. Together, they didn't just fix Gauff's serve. They redesigned the engine of her entire game. The bigger picture. Coco 2.0 and the 2026 season looming. Gauff enters 2026 with a stronger serve, a stable base, renewed confidence, better match efficiency, cleaner mechanics, less mental clutter, more tactical freedom. This is not the Coco who double-faulted her way out of the US Open. This is not the Coco who hid behind her defense when confidence dipped. This is Coco 2.0, modern, powerful, efficient, and ready to attack the next stage of her career. And as the new season approaches, one thing is certain, her serve is no longer her problem. It might be everyone else's. Coco Gauff didn't just fix a serve. She fixed a foundation. She fixed a flaw that threatened her trajectory, and she turned it into a weapon. From the lows of 73 double faults, to the highs of 12 aces and 0 errors. From disappointment to dominance. From frustration to freedom, this is the evolution of a champion. This is the reset that could define the next decade of American tennis. And this is the moment Coco Gauff officially becomes Coco 2.0. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.